Hi everyone, I'm Sandra. If a doctor or social worker just walked into your loved one's room and said the words discharging, home, tomorrow, and your heart hits the floor, take a breath. You're not overreacting, you're being realistic. Hospitals are in the business of acute care, not long-term caregiving. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on what home actually looks like after a hospital stay and exactly what you need to demand before you sign those hospital discharge papers. Calm, clarity, a plan. Let's get into it. To the hospital, the word stable is sort of a loophole word. Their job in acute care is to stabilize you. After that, they're looking to get you to the next level of care, whatever that next level of care will be. Sometimes it's a skilled nursing facility. Sometimes it's back home. Sometimes it's to a homeless shelter. In any of those situations, though, they need to show that the discharge that they've provided to every single patient, regardless of their health care, is safe. I once had a case where a patient was discharged from the hospital to a skilled nursing facility long before they were ready, with the word stable stamped on their discharge paperwork. They were in my skilled nursing facility for less than 10 minutes. Between the time that they were discharged from the hospital and the time that they rolled through my front door on a stretcher, their blood sugar dropped, their oxygenation was down into the 70s, and no matter what the people did in the ambulance ride between the hospital and my front door, they couldn't stabilize this patient, even though he was stable when he left the hospital. So he came into my building. We took one look at the guy who was turning gray as we looked at him and sent him right back out the door in the same ambulance. Stable means lots of different things. Sometimes stable just means you're not in imminent danger of dying. Sometimes stable means that your labs have remained the same over the course of a few days. Sometimes stable can mean that your weight hasn't changed over the course of several weeks. The word stable has so many different iterations and definitions that it can be interpreted into just about any situation that you want it to fit into. Here are some things you definitely want to look at on your discharge papers before you sign them and go out the front door. Number one, ask about the medications, specifically any brand new medications that you weren't taking before, or medications that you were taking before that have been completely discontinued, or medications that you are still taking from before, but maybe they just changed the dosage. All of these things will be listed on your paperwork, but you need to make sure that you understand them specifically, so ask the nurse to review them with you before you sign them off. A great tip is to ask the nurse, or you yourself, initial next to each medication, the discontinued, the new ones, and the changed ones as they're reviewed before you leave. This lets you know, because it's going to be a lot of paperwork for you to be looking at on the way out the door, that you have reviewed each and every one of these medications. And also, when you take that discharge paperwork to your follow-up appointment with your primary care physician, they can also see that each one of these medications have been reviewed with you and that you've advised that you understand them. Here's the reality about durable medical equipment. Just having it ordered doesn't mean anything if it hasn't been set up in your house before you get there. If you've never had oxygen before and now you require it in your home, it is the responsibility of the discharging facility, whether that be the hospital, the skilled nursing facility, or anyone else, to ensure that the oxygen equipment is set up in your home and that you have been trained on how to use it even before you get back home. Because you should be transporting from wherever you were back into your home so you can switch over immediately and be on oxygen the whole time. It doesn't mean anything if someone just wrote on a piece of paper to order it, but it never got delivered, and you go home to a home and your oxygen drops again. You'll end up right back in the hospital. And that doesn't do anyone any good, especially you. Let me dispel the myth about home health care right away. They're not going to be waiting on your front door for you when you get there. They can't see you on the same day that you're discharged because the hospital is going to be billing the insurance company, and you can't also bill the insurance company for that day. They go by days. So, the home healthcare agency may visit you the next day, or it may take up to 48 hours for them to schedule a time to come and see you. So understand that there might be a day or even two when you don't have any healthcare in your home. You should know that ahead of time so that you're not panicking if no one is waiting for you on your front door when you get there. But they'll be there soon, and they'll get you exactly what you need. Dang it. Mel Robbins is one of my wellness heroes. So I'm going to drop a little bit of let them theory wellness on you. Let them have their discharge quotas. Let them try to rush the process. But you You're going to stand in your power as an advocate for your person. You're being an advocate for your own family, a case manager for your family. If the plan doesn't feel safe, it's not a plan. It's a crisis waiting to happen. I want you to listen to me here. You are doing a great job. The system's complicated, but you are not too old to learn it, and you're definitely not alone. Download my guide if you need a way back to clarity. Visit luminalife50.com if you need a way back to clarity, a roadmap. Schedule an online appointment with me. We can talk through your issue together and make a plan, whether that be before your crisis hits or after, so I can help guide you through a calm, clear plan back to you, back to home, back to safety, back to your best health. I'm Sandra. This is Elder Care Unfiltered. I'll see you in the next one.